It's the afternoon of day one, and we're working on the bottom of what's thankfully an empty reservoir in Devon. We've already put in 3 trenches on what are hopefully 3 different prehistoric monuments that we suspect date from the Bronze Age. Trench 1 is over what we think is a terminal burial cairn at the end of a single row of stones. We've put in Trench 2 on 2 piles of rocks that might be more burial cairns. And Trench 3 is over a double row of stones that we suspect was a processional way leading up to a mound, which Francis thinks is the central part of the whole site. It's possible that the mound was here for thousands of years before these monuments were even built, as we've got dating evidence from flint found on top. If we're right and it is this vast prehistoric ceremonial landscape, what does it mean? What's it for?
Well, what it was for was the different things in people's lives that they want made formal and ceremonial. So these cairns would be when someone passes on to the next world. This double stone row could be a procession that marked when a new chief came to power, something like that. This stone circle was where people celebrated the changing of the seasons.
So it's like a combination of a church and a registry office?
And a town hall. Yes, it's all there. And the thing is, it all seems to fit together, Tony.
It's almost too good to be true, isn't it?
It is. And then I've sort
of course, all these theories rely on the
then
dates of these monuments tying together.
Mound.
Well, I mean, I think it looks like these stones here from this cairn are later than these ones here.
Over in Trench 1, we've got major doubts about the terminal cairn being prehistoric, especially when you compare it with the single stone row.
Is the cairn earlier or later than the stone row?
And we should get it in that section.
Absolutely.
All right, fair enough.
And it's not looking any better in Trench 2 either, as we're uncovering evidence that the cairns aren't prehistoric at all.
We've removed the silt here. You can see this really fine, almost clay on top there. And that was the silt from the bottom of the reservoir. And it's sitting on top of this dark layer, which is the ground surface in 1860 when the reservoir was filled. And here's our cairn. And you can see that the stones of the cairn are sitting happily right on top of the 1860 ground surface.
And that means, Raksha?
Well, it means that it's not prehistoric. And we know that because it's literally just sat on top of that black surface. It's not cut into that, so there isn't a specific cut made for it.
Does this mean that all the piles of stones around the reservoir are likely to be from the 1860s?
Well, that one's 1860. This one here as well, it's in front of you, that's also clearly sitting on top of that old ground surface. The cairns that we have are coming in a line along the edge of the reservoir. They're all in a nice line. My bet is none of them are prehistoric.
I seem to remember not long ago saying that this all seemed too good to be true. Scarily, I was right. Since we've proved that the cairns aren't prehistoric, what on earth does that mean for the rest of the site? Could the double stone row be the next to go?
Row, Tracy. That whole, was a stone in there once?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really nice, Robert. It's been pulled out, presumably when the reservoir has been done.
Yeah, it looks about that level. So then over here, we've got another stone, the one that matched that. Oh yes, I mean, I think we've got the hole, haven't we, for the stone?
It looks like it. I mean, you can see that small rock standing down there.
That's the classic wedging for a stone in a stone row. And the other thing, of course, we got this stony stuff at the top here. Do you think that could be the remains of a sort of walkway?
It's degraded down and it's covering the surface. So this must have been the point at which this was open to walk up and down on, I would have thought.
I think that's brilliant. Okay, I'm convinced, especially with that little packing stone there, that this is a prehistoric double stone row.
Yeah.
I mean, little doubt about it.
So Francis is very happy with his double stone row. But other parts of the site have got us scratching our heads.
Could have easily been set up, which could have fallen over.
We've got another massive monument to investigate, and Helen and Stuart are getting their heads round it, the stone circle.
They're looking much more into the centre, aren't they?
That's right, yeah.
Now this is the one that's vastly off the line.
They're not sure that the stones are even in a circle. It's too late in the day to put in another trench, so the plan is to start digging tomorrow to try to prove the stones are prehistoric and form a circle.